Assalamualaikum and greetings to everyone. So today we are going to present about regulatory quality and food safety requirements in food industry. So these are our group members: Muhammad Faiz Imin bin Muhammad Fairuz, Afdal bin Zulkifli, Muhammad Hari Adam bin Muhammad Azwa, and Muhammad Naufal bin Muhammad Khairul.
Intro. In Malaysia, food safety is regulated by the Ministry of Health Malaysia (MOH) through the Food Safety and Quality Division (FSOD). This regulation aims to ensure that food produced, processed, distributed, and sold to consumers is safe, hygienic, and does not pose health risks. The Ministry of Health requires food handler training for all food workers, anti-typhoid vaccination for food handler, compliance with good manufacturing practice GMP and hazard analysis and critical control point HACCP system for the food industry, particularly large-scale manufacturers. The incident in 2025, Kimi Ocean Food Sdn Berhad in Kelantan were ordered to close for failing to meet the hygiene standard required under the Food Act 1983. These include various type restaurant food stall and small-scale food provider, which could include stall or produce or traditional food such as keropok. Safety and hygiene analysis. Dirty and poorly organized kitchen or food storage areas. Presence of insect, rats or animal dropping in raw material storage or cooking areas. Food handler without proper hygiene, training or anti-typhoid vaccination. Equipment not clean or maintained properly, posing a risk of food contamination. These issues are typically identified during physical inspection or hygiene assessment conducted by authorities. Premises failing to comply with the standard are subject to temporary closure or fines. Goal: the closure of the premise is a preventive measure to avoid the risk of food poisoning and to ensure that all food operators comply with the food safety and hygiene standards required by the Ministry of Health Malaysia.
Now we go to the type of hazard and HACCP planning. There are three types of food hazard. There is biological hazard, chemical hazard, and physical hazard. For biological hazard, viruses such as norovirus if food handlers do not wash their hands properly. For the chemical hazard, metal residues from corroded or contaminated kitchen equipment that can enter the food. As for the physical hazard, animals dropping, rats, or insects in storage or kitchen areas. As for the health impact, food poisoning pathogenic bacteria such as Salmonella, E. coli, or Staphylococcus aureus can be present in keropok if the storage or food handling process is unhygienic. Consumer may experience diarrhea, vomiting, abdominal pain, fever, or other gastrointestinal symptoms after consumption. For the hazard analysis, there are 6 process stages. The first one is raw material receiving. The biological hazard is bacteria and virus from contaminated fish. For the chemical hazard, pesticide residues and cleaning chemicals. For the physical hazard, there is foreign object in raw material. The second one is storage and refrigeration. The biological hazard is bacterial growth and mold. The chemical hazard is chemical contamination from cleaning agents. The physical hazard is rodent droppings and insects. For the third one is preparation and mixing. The biological hazard is cross-contamination by food handlers. The chemical hazard is contaminated equipment. As for the physical hazard, is broken equipment parts and hair. For the fourth one, there is cooking and frying. The biological hazard is undercooked, can allow bacteria to survive. The chemical hazard is oil contamination. The physical hazard is pieces of metal from fryer. For the fifth one, there is cooling and packaging. The biological hazard is bacterial growth, is cooled slowly. The chemical hazard is residue cleaning chemicals on packaging. For the physical hazard, it is plastic or metal fragment. As for the last one, there is distribution or selling. For the biological hazard, there is poor handling by staff, and the chemical hazard is contamination from chemicals in containers. As for the physical hazard, is foreign object from environment. Next, we go to the critical control points, CCP. There are 4 process stages. The first one is cooking or frying. The CCP of it is temperature check, and the critical limit is above 75 degrees Celsius internal temperature. For the second one is cooling or packaging. The CCP of it is cooling rate, and the critical limit is cool to below 5 degrees Celsius within 4 hours. The third one is storage or refrigeration. The CCP is storage temperature, and the critical limit is below 4 degrees Celsius for chilled items. And the last one is handling by staff. The CCP is hygiene practice, and the critical limit is all staff must wash hand and wear glove or apron. The goal is to reduce or eliminate the growth of bacteria, viruses, and fungi throughout the production process.
Next, we move to monitoring, corrective action, and conclusion. For monitoring, cook the keropok at temperature of 75 degrees Celsius to kill pathogenic bacteria. Cool the product quickly around 5 degrees Celsius within 4 hours to prevent bacterial growth after cooking. Inspect equipment regularly to prevent metal corrosion or damage. Use covers for raw materials and physical controls to prevent contamination from rats, insects, or other sources. Next, corrective action. When a failure occurs in a critical control point or a food safety issue arises, corrective action must be taken to prevent risk to consumer. Based on the case of food premise in Kelantan, the following steps should be taken. Recook the product until it reaches a safe temperature. Hold operation temporarily while the food handler are retrained. Clean or sanitize equipment before resuming operation. For verification, first, ensuring compliance with hygiene and safety standard. Second, inspection and laboratory analysis. Third, audit and inspection by MOH. And lastly, emphasis on product safety.
As for the conclusion, the closure of these premises is an important preventive measure to protect consumers' health from the risk of contaminated food. This case highlights that compliance with hygiene standards, HACCP risk management, and continuous monitoring are critical to ensure that the food produced is safe for consumption. By implementing all these measures, food premises can ensure that their products are clean, safe, or high quality, protect public health, and indirectly comply with MOH regulations while maintaining the reputation of their food business. And this is our reference for this project.